Respiratory viruses are hitting America and the tri-state hard. Dr. Donald Middleton is here for recommendations about the quademic and about vaccines. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, it's three respiratory viruses that seem to be attacking us all at once. And then the quademic refers to a fourth virus, which is an enteric virus, a gastrointestinal disease called norovirus, and it's causing people to have nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. But the three respiratory viruses are sadly coming at the same time, and it's really creating a great deal of trouble.
We've certainly
the three are COVID, which has been with us forever and is reduced in incidence, but is still here. Influenza, which comes every winter, and respiratory syncytial virus, which is RSV virus, the abbreviation. And it usually comes earlier in the year, but this year it came late. It started in December, and so it's still hanging on and creating problems for everybody.
Well, we've certainly been impacted right here just in our community with people getting sometimes 2 and 3 of those viruses. So who's most at risk?
Yeah, the people that are most at risk, well, everybody is at risk. And so in terms of prevention, the CDC recommends that people age 6 months and older get annual influenza vaccination, and that people 6 months of age and older get the 2024-2025 COVID vaccine. Individuals who are older at age 65 years and above are more at risk from COVID, and therefore need to get a second shot 6 months after they got their first shot if they want to be fully protected against COVID disease. The RSV vaccine is given to people aged 75 years of age and older, or those with underlying conditions like diabetes or congestive heart failure, which about a third of people have at between the ages of 60 and 74. So if you have those conditions, see someone. And then for people who have influenza, sadly, it's just the one vaccine. Well, I guess that's good. It's just one shot. But if you haven't had it, you need to get it now, because we are really in the middle of being hammered by influenza. Our emergency room last week, 30% of the patients in our emergency room, 30% had flu. It's just amazing. And the major reason people get bad flu is that they haven't been vaccinated.
So, with the vaccination, people are still getting the flu. So does that ease the symptoms, keep people out of the hospital by getting this vaccine?
Yes, there's a very good data. In fact, I worked with the CDC for 5 years to prove this data, that if you get a flu vaccine, even if you become infected with flu, the hospitalization rate drops, the mortality rate drops, and the long-term morbidity rate drops. The same is true for COVID vaccine. Long COVID affects about 10 to 20% of people who recover from COVID, and that can go on for months. It can give you mental confusion or fatigue and many other symptoms. But the vaccine prevents almost all of those long COVID cases. So not only does it prevent hospitalization and death, but it also truncates long COVID complications.
Dr. Middleton, can you send our viewers to a website where they can learn more?
Yes, so Moderna has a great website. It's called foryouandthem.com. For you and them, all one phrase.com, to talk to you about the current vaccine recommendations.
Thank you so much for all this important information.
All right, you all take care.
You too. We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.